Motivation, Tupac and Biggie beef. Nah, I'm skipping meals. How did you come up with the moonwalk? A little unexpected, but I'd say Michael Jackson. I used to spend my time writing and disguising a tiny room where everyone knows every lyric, 100%. Success has many levels. I can put myself into their mind and I can write a song from their perspective, but they don't do it. They don't do it. They don't put pen to paper. They don't press record. Do you know what I mean? That's a good question, you know. That's a very good question. I'd say by the end of the year, there'll be an EP out by Izcam. Ultimately, I'm like a little hype man, just a guy filled with energy, just trying to keep good vibes throughout life. And my dad as well, so I take a lot of passion within that. But yeah, just trying to enjoy life to the max while trying to make money at the side and just live my best life, bro. That's literally it. I try not to chase happiness too much because I feel like if you chase happiness, then you're forever going to be in a race that you never get to the end. I just try and chase peace more time and to see other people around me like happy to an extent, because I find that if people around me are happy, I naturally get the energy off them as well. Being peaceful and content with what's going on in my life and having control, not being sat back, not knowing what's going on in my life. I was a dad from young. I found out I was having a baby at 16, so as you can imagine, I literally left high school and was like, okay, let's go. But I had a daughter, and I'll say one thing, it made me grow up into a man very fast. Very fast. I set up a landscaping business when I was 18. And yeah, man, just you make crazy moves when you're a dad. So you do. Live my best life, bro. That's literally it. I'd say the 90s, you know. I'd say the 90s. Like, being a hip-hop artist, like, rap is just my thing. I felt like that was the prime. That's when new ideas were coming out. Like, nowadays, when you create flows and stuff, like, a lot of the time, the flow has probably already been created. You've just found your own tweak, your voice is on it, so it's different. Whereas back then, like, it was like being an inventor in, like, I couldn't even give you a year, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you have freedom. The page is yours. So yeah, I'd say the 90s, definitely. The Tupac and Biggie beef. I think that would have been, you know, like when the songs were coming out and it's like kicking off. Like, if you think Kendrick now, but back in the day, like, oh my days, it would be crazy. It'd be crazy. Yeah, no, definitely that. Like, you said a jukebox. If you said a time travel machine, then I probably would have gone to the hippie era too, to be honest. But when you say music, if we're in the music lane, I have to go to the 90s. Whereas back then, like, it was like being an inventor. Probably a little unexpected, but I'd say Michael Jackson. And I'd probably just be asking a load of questions. That I feel like he's, like, with you doing Unkova, I feel like that's one artist that we didn't get to see, like, the actual real side to. I think we just got to see the media face and what he wanted to show. And I'd love to know more about him and the way his mind works. Like, that guy was a creative genius. Like, I'd love to know, like, how he came up with some of the ideas that he came up with, what his process was for writing, creating music. How did you come up with the moonwalk? Like what did you do to do that? Like, obviously he was probably just messing about and he just did it, but like, where did the idea spring from? Because dancing is like, to come up with dance moves is hard. It's hard. Like, so just to create something like that, that's so inspirational. Like, yeah, definitely. Nah, definitely. How did you come up with the moonwalk? The moonwalk. Okay, so I don't actually have any official releases out on Spotify yet, as such, but I've got one coming out called How Many Times, and I wrote this when I was 17, 18, when I just had my daughter, and I was in like a boat where people were saying that they would help, you know, when I found out I was gonna have a child, but then no one was actually helping, no one was giving me guidance, and as a young dad, there's nothing more frustrating than not understanding what you're supposed to be doing. You go into it head first, and again, as a dad, you think, yo, I've got this, I'm gonna do this, and then it happens and you're like, oh no, what am I meant to do? So no one was helping, and I just felt like everyone was against me. So this song was kind of like, how many times did I ask for help but no one give it to me? That's what that song's about. And yeah, it just explains how, like, there's not people out there that are actually there to help, even when they say they will. So I was about 17. My daughter she was just under one. And that was like the hardest part for me. The hardest part for me was around that time because she started growing up at that point, and it wasn't just a toddler anymore sat in my lap that I fed a bottle. Like I actually had to be a dad, and it was like I had a lot to learn, and no one was there to help. So yeah, I'd say an EP. You know, I'm working right now on an EP because I've not done any releases. Like I kind of wanna put a single out, give people a taste for what's there, and then just put an EP out so people have got a couple songs just there ready they can listen to. And I think an EP and an album gives a lot of creative freedom as well because there's things you can do with it, like the way you structure your songs, it could be like a story where you can't just do that with a single. You've only got one song. So yeah, that's why I'm getting an EP out ASAP. That is definitely something I'm working on. If we're gonna say story, because obviously I'm in the process of doing the EP, so it's working that out. But if, say I was to write a story, the first thing I do is I write down subjects and what I want to get through. So like messages that I want to get through with that story. A lot of my stories are based on, for example, me becoming a dad. I did one recently called Run, which was me coming into the music scene and like just going full force. I've got to go for it. And it's just about what is the message. So with Run, like I say, it was about coming into the music scene. I wanted people to know that I'm here and I'm ready to set pace. I'm coming for everything. So I'd write that down and then I'd write like little subjects to that. So like motivation, creativity, things like that. And then while I'm writing that, it just allows me to keep on the subject instead of, because I have this tendency to start writing and then by the time I get to the second verse, I'm writing a whole different song and I'm like, oh, so yeah. And usually that second verse is the best one, but I have to delete it. So it's all about staying on task. That is the main thing. That's a good question, you know, that's a very good question. I'd say by the end of the year, there'll be an EP out by Izcam. There's not people out there that are actually there to help, even when they say they will. Well, it could be the EP, but then I'm also in the process of writing a song at the moment, and it's based off like my lower self, like my mid self and my higher self. So it starts off like the first verse is very like not depressing, but it's talking about pain and stuff, and then the middle one's like someone with ego that is still going through pain, but they're hiding it. And then the final form is like, I'm flourishing, like I'm the best. And I was thinking I could execute that with the color scheme. But again, it's all like thoughts, like I've not got anything set in stone yet. So I have to see. I'm flourishing, like I'm the best. Flourishing. It's motivation. A lot of my music is talking about development and getting better. And I think that's the story that I want to portray to people. That's the tool that I want to have in people's bag. When they listen to me, it's motivation. But it can also be the opposite of that. It can also help you reflect on your past and the things that you need to get over to be motivated. But ultimately, I want people to listen to my music and be like, right, I want to do this, I want to do that. My movement is like, just do it. Like, there's so many people out there, like including people I know that have ideas, amazing ideas, but they don't do it. They don't do it. They don't put pen to paper. They don't press record. Do you know what I mean? And that is my mantra. Like, if I think of something, I do it. I don't care. Like, if I want to do a little video on Instagram and people may look at it and go, what is he doing? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, that is my personality. And one day, very soon, people will love me for that. That's what people are going to look at and go, that's Cam. So I don't care what people think. I'm just going to do everything that my brain tells me to do. Because your brain tells you to do things for a reason. That's why people are famous. That's why people come up with brilliant ideas. That's why we're in a spot that we're at. And don't get me wrong, our brains can be just as like destructive, but obviously that's down to you to work out, is it a good idea, is it a bad idea? So yeah, that's my music. I think it humbles you to a different degree, because when I was 16, like, I was on badness. I was trying to be somebody, still trying to prove myself to others. And as soon as I had a kid, it was like, I don't need to prove myself to no one. I need to prove myself to my daughter. Like, my daughter needs to know that I'm a good dad. She needs to know that she's loved. I tell her every day she's beautiful, she's creative, because I want that installed in her mind. Like, I grew up in a household where you got the opposite. Like, you got called names, and that does play on your head. Like, and when you get older, you then become very introvert and you question everything. Am I this? Am I that? Are people judging me? And it took me a long time to get out of that. But I think naturally, if you are brought up being told you're creative, you're beautiful, you're capable, you're clever, naturally you'll go into situations telling yourself you are. So if you've got a test, I'm clever, you know, anything like that, it's already installed in your mind. Kids are very susceptible to information. So if you give them the right information, then they're only going to flourish with that information. One day, very soon, people will love me for that. It allows me to process information and thoughts. So I'm ADHD out my being, and I have been from a very young age, but I wasn't tested when I was younger, so it was just my brain. I didn't really understand. But I have wrote music ever since year two in primary school. I wrote like a little song for a girl, like, I can't even remember how it went, but yeah. And then it started, so I had, when I was in high school, like I said, I was really naughty, and I ended up pretty much in my room. I'd get home from school, I had to go to my room. Like bonfire night, I was in my room and my family went and did bonfire. So I used to put the radio on and I just write to songs. But like the thing is, it wasn't like instrumentals, it was like radio songs. So like Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, like when Stormzy did the cover, like I wrote my own version and I just rap over Stormzy because that was all I could do. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have access to a phone, none of that. I literally had a pen and pad and a little like radio for my alarm in the morning. That was it. So yeah, and it just allowed me to process what was going on in my head at the time and write down my thoughts because I was haunted by my thoughts at that time. And I have been since then as well. But if you can write them down and then relay them in a creative way, which you enjoy hearing, it allows you to battle that trauma. It allows you to fight what's going on in your head without actually constantly going against yourself. None of that. I literally had a pen and pad and a little like radio for my alarm in the morning. That was it. I'd say spinning off the happiness thing, it's just being content with what you're doing and enjoying what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, success has many levels. Obviously, ultimate success is financial freedom, your family being happy, that type of thing. But to me, success is just doing something you love, being good at it, and being content with it, being happy that that is what you do. Because if you're doing something that you're not happy with or you don't like doing, it doesn't matter what level of that you reach. It doesn't matter how much money you make. That is not success. Maybe retirement might be success as well, but it differs. Because to be honest, if I was retired, I'd still be doing music. That is my success. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we can reach success in many aspects of our life. Like you can reach success in eating, healthy eating. I think success is just a goal that's reached. With anything, you know what I mean? You decorating your house, you've done it, success. You know, if you're a gamer, you've completed a game, success. Like whatever that is to you, it can be. It doesn't have to be, oh, you're rich, you've got a Ferrari, you've got a big house, you've got a family that that doesn't have to be what success is. You can have like little micro successions. You don't have to have that ultimate success. It's just being content with what you're doing and enjoying what you're doing. I want to be remembered in like the rap culture, the hip hop culture. I want my styles to be used. You know, I'd love to be studied, like that'd be pretty cool. But I just want to be remembered for my personality, my vibes, what I brought to the table, and the people that helped as well. Like I want to be in the music scene, and I say this to everyone in the underground scene right now, is like everyone's coming with me. Like when I make it, like everyone is coming with me. I want to see everyone shining, whether that's, you know, I get you to jump on a verse, whether that's you produce for me, I get you in my music video, or I simply just get you on my payroll to help me out in some way. Like I want everyone with me because everyone has helped me in this journey. Like literally last year, I was stuck in my bedroom writing songs because I was stuck in my head. I was addicted to drugs and I was just so stuck. And then I messaged a friend because I seen him doing like underground shows and stuff. And I was like, I want to do that. And he put me on with Raise the Bar, which is like a local networking group. They also like put people on the stage to perform and they help a lot. And ever since then, like I've been booking shows, I've been producing music, I've been writing music, I've just been getting myself out there. And like, if I'm completely honest from a non-big headed point of view, like I feel like a celebrity in my own body in terms of like, I know what I want, I see my goal, and I feel good about myself when doing it. And that's what a celebrity is to me. It's not about being famous, it's about you are you to the rawest, fullest form, and the people you know love you for it. I just want to be remembered for my personality, my vibe. Oof, that's a very good question. See, it was being a dad, but that's been kind of outed now in my latest freestyle, so... you know what? That is a fucking good question. I'm gonna need a second to think on that one. But I don't know if there is anything that people don't know about me, you know? I mean... Probably the only thing that people don't know about me is that I write gospel and rock music. You know, like that's probably it. That's probably the one thing people don't know about me is that I write like gospel rock music. I've always had a little passion in it, to be honest. I want to be a ghostwriter, to be honest. I've always said that. Like if I can't be famous, I'll give it my all. But if not, I'm a ghostwriter and I can write any song. Like I have this ability to put myself into the mindset of someone, and I could watch like a video, like a little biography of, say, a rock star or something, and I can put my mind into their, like, you know what I'm saying? I can put myself into their mind and I can write a song from their perspective. I can listen to a song and take pointers and remember all of them pointers and then write from that. So yeah, rock music and gospel music. Here's Cam, you know? That's what you don't know about me. Okay. Train your AI, you know. Nah, I'm skipping meals. I'm skipping meals. Yeah, nah. We gotta get that verse out perfect. Yeah, we don't need them 9 nuggets. We don't need them 9 nuggets. They can wait. They can wait. Yeah, we don't need them 9 nuggets. We don't need them 9 nuggets. A tiny room where everyone knows every lyric, 100%. Quality over quantity every day. I'd rather be an underground rapper with hundreds of fans than a mainstream rapper where no one actually likes. Because you get them, you do get them. Quality over quantity. Oh, I used to spend my time writing and disguising. Because at that time, I was writing, hiding away and yeah, definitely. Oh, there goes the AirPod. Yeah, definitely that. At that time, I was writing, I was disguising, I was hiding away. So I think that's definitely something. Oh, there goes the AirPod. Yeah, we don't need them 9 nuggets. We don't need them 9 nuggets. There's not people out there that are actually there to help. Even when they say they will. They don't do it. They don't do it. They don't put pen to paper. They don't press record. Do you know what I mean?